Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, it is once again time for a Bronco Juggalo double feature review. Guys, today we are doing a special Shout Factory review. This is a double feature review where I pick a 2-pack of movies and I review both films on the 2-pack. Today, I am doing the Shout Factory 2-pack of Bill and Ted. Yes, the classic comedies from the 80s. You know them, you love them, let's talk about them. We're going to kick it off right now with Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I'm Bill S. Preston, Esquire.
And I'm Ted Theodore Logan.
Yeah!
And we're Wild Stallions!
Released in 1989 and directed by Stephen Herrick, we have Keanu Reeves as Ted, Alex Winters as Bill, and George Carlin as the awesome fucking time-traveling dude himself, Rufus. Two slacker rock and roll idiots travel through time to save the world and have a killer time while doing it. With a budget of $6.5 million, this movie went on to gross $40 million in the box office, making it a certified success in the terms of the 80s. Everybody knows about the killer kick-ass phone booth that takes Bill and Ted throughout time. Well, in the original script, it was actually a van. It wasn't a phone booth. Wouldn't that have been a trip? I mean, we all love the phone booth, so I just can't picture anything but the phone booth. Guys, this is a movie that I have no cons for. This is a phenomenal film. It is so much fun. You gotta love all of the 80s cheese. Pure 80s entertainment. Fucking love this movie. Especially those cheesy ass special effects. Man, they were fucking great. I love that shit from back in the day. The movie is fun and it is so non-PC. That's one of the great things I miss about the 80s and 90s. We didn't give a fuck about everybody's fucking feelings. And, you know, we basically just told it how it was. And we joked around, and if people didn't get it, fuck them. Who cares? I love all the contemporary dialogue and the references in the film. Whether they're traveling through time or whatever else, they use contemporary dialogue and references, and to me that's fucking awesome. This didn't feel like a movie being made in the 90s about the 80s, or a movie being made in the 80s about the 70s. It felt like it was being made in its time period, and it really did work. The Star Wars scene, what I call the Star Wars scene, that right there was every little boy in the 1980s. We all did that shit. It was too much fun. That's what we did. Hell, I'd still probably do it if I could get away with it. Absolutely love the music of this movie. It's so much fun. And the final thing I got to talk about is I love the historical figures running amok at the end of the film. Through them all, through the police station, everywhere. They're just fucking awesome. And they're having a blast while they're doing it. And you can just tell that everybody involved in this movie had so much fun. So until we get to part 2 of this double feature, everybody remember, be excellent to one another. You killed Ted, you medieval dickweed! Welcome back, everybody. This is Bronco Juggalo Esquire, and I am here to discuss Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey from 1991. Now this is part 2 of my Bill and Ted double feature, and I hope you will enjoy it. Directed by Peter Hewitt, once again starring Keanu Reeves, Alex Winters, and George Carlin. Joining the cast this time, we have William Sadler as the Grim Reaper, and Pamela Greer as Miss Wardrobe. An evil megalomaniac sends Bill and Ted imposter robots back to the past to kill Bill and Ted and take over their lives. Whoa. A lot of people don't know this, but this movie actually had a Marvel Comics adaptation and a complete spin-off comic series. Guys, the only problem I have with this movie, and it's a small problem, is that the plot is just overly complicated. It really didn't need to get that deep. But it did. It's okay. It's still a lot of fucking fun. My favorite parts is when they give Death a wedgie. That just shows you who's really in charge here.
Melvin!
Excuse us.
dude, but your shoes are untied.
I loved this version of hell. It looked so cool. It was so fun. And I'm not saying I want to go to hell or anything, because I don't. But this version of hell looked like it was just very different than anything I had seen before. It was really dope. Man, it sounds like the wind and the snow is picking up out there. Guys, I love the finale to this movie. Love the ending. It's just so much fun. It's so killer. I love all the scenes with Death. Death was an amazing addition to this franchise. And it just has a really cool feel. What they did already with the time travel, they brought that back, but they improved on it by bringing in, you know, the whole mortality, immortality argument, and it's just so cool. Guys, this is basically, in this movie, more of the same of the first, so if you like the first, you're probably going to like the second. I enjoyed both these movies thoroughly. I hope you enjoyed this slightly not so in-depth review. Guys, I'm tired. I want to go to bed, but you know what? Fuck all that, because we are Wild Stallion! And until I see you all again, party on, dudes!
Talking about mob shit. Go. Couple $100 grand, nah, ain't much. Mob shit. One phone call, you can get touched. Mob shit. Jimmy gave Tommy a to-do list. Mob shit. Good fellas always got a full clip. Mob shit. Keep the family biz on the